Easy blueprint to start a successful e-commerce business. Hey guys, I'm glad you're here, and if you are looking for a way to start your e-commerce business but you don't have a clue where to start, this is the right video for you, because in this video I'm going to give you the exact blueprint to starting a successful e-commerce business, and we're starting right now. Hey, I'm JR Fisher. If you're new to my channel, do me a favor, subscribe. My gosh, you gotta subscribe. It's that button right down there, you'll see it. It's the button that says subscribe on it. It's hard to miss. Hit that button. Once you do that, you want to hit the bell next to it. There's a bell, it'll make that noise. Click that bell there. When you click that bell, you want to turn on all notifications. That makes you part of the VIP Fisher family, and I can notify you every single time I do a video. Now let's get into this. I've been selling online since 2009 and have sold millions of dollars of both physical and digital products. And on this channel I share all of that stuff with you. I share with you the things that didn't work and the things that does work, so that you can grow your business that much faster. In addition to that, I want to give you something for free. Free is good, right? I'm going to give you an e-commerce course. It has a value of $97, and all you got to do to get it is just click the link below. That's all you got to do, is click the link. You don't need a credit card, you don't have to do anything. Just click the link and you can start watching that particular course. It's a great course and I know you'll enjoy it. Now let's talk about starting your e-commerce business. It's hard to do. It's hard to do if you don't have a blueprint, but I'm going to give you one, so let's get going. Now before I give you my method of doing this, I want to hear your method. Did you try anything yet? If so, put your comments below. Have you had some issues? Put your comments below. Do you have some suggestions? Put your comments below. I want to hear from you. Okay, let's check this out. Now, starting an e-commerce business, well, it's hard. I mean, it's hard to do. That's why I did this video, to make it easier for you. There's a lot of steps that have to come together, and you got to do them in the right order, or you're all over the place, right? We want to keep you organized. Number one, choose a product. Yeah, I mean, you got to find something to sell, and that's really not that hard to do nowadays, but it's got to be the first step in your e-commerce journey, because that product's going to have to do with your niche and who you're going to sell to and your audience, and you know how you're going to ship it. All those things combined. So you got to pick a product first. Now picking your product, well, this often is the most difficult thing in the world to do, but what I would suggest is using some tools, and some of the tools you can use are, you know, search subjects that you like, look on the internet for things that interest you. You can also use tools. You can use something like Oberlo, and what Oberlo will do is it integrates with AliExpress, and it will show you the top selling products and what's doing well, and you know, the number of those products that are sold, and that'll give you some good ideas too. The next thing you do after you selected your product, you kind of got to evaluate your idea. You got to say, well, this is my product. Is it going to sell in the market? Is there a demand for this product in the market? You want to do this step. It's super important, because if there aren't enough people searching for that particular product or need that particular product, and you'll never be able to build your business around it. Another cool way you can figure out if your product's going to sell or not is just go to Google Trends. That's trends.google.com. When you go there, you can type in a particular subject, you can type in a particular product, and you can actually see what the search trend is. How many people are searching for it? Is that trend going up or down, or is it staying flat? If it's going down, you probably want to stay away from it, because that's not a good product. Obviously, if it's going up, then that could be a good product for you. But is it a trendy product? Because I know there's all kinds of little gadgets that come out, and you know, they may be trending, but they may not be around very long either. So you want to be really careful on stuff like that. And the next step is obtaining your product. Okay, where are you going to get this product from? This is super important. After you figure out your product and what you want to sell, you got to figure out a source to get that product. In sourcing it, should you make it? Should you manufacture it? Should you buy wholesale? Should you drop ship? All of these things are super important. We have products that we drop ship. We have products that are digital products that, you know, we don't have to worry about manufacturing or any of that, because I've already made the product and people just get access to it. And then we have physical products like my survival food, which is a big product, okay, and it needs to be shipped out, and we have to manufacture it and we have to ship it, and there's a lot of work to getting that product in the hands of the consumer. But you've got to consider all of these things when selecting your product. Now once you've selected this product, okay, and you've done your research and you're prepared, you're now ready to actually write your business plan. You're ready to sit down and start the process. Now writing a business plan, I know you don't want to do it, it's a pain in the butt, but you got to do it. You got to do it because this is going to be your roadmap to growing the business. And if you write a good business plan and you go through all the steps, you're going to be much more likely to succeed than if you just wing it and you just do things as they come up. That's a tough way to go about it. The next thing is naming your business. Now this is something that people spend way too much time on. It's just not that important. The name of your business doesn't even have to be the name of your website. You know, it could be J.R. Fisher Business, you know, it could be ABC Business. That doesn't matter really, but you just have to have a name for your business, and you want to check with your local zoning and your local business license regulations, and you need to get that business up and running. Now the next thing that people way overthink is creating a logo. A logo doesn't matter that much. I mean, I see people will spend hours or weeks or months or years trying to figure out a logo. People don't care as much about that logo as you think they do. And as a matter of fact, they tend to make them too complicated, and the simpler the better. If you think of something like Nike, okay, you know, what is their logo? It's pretty easy. Or, you know, television stations, ABC, CBS, NBC, you know, all of these are really simple logos. And understand that that logo is just going to be something off to the corner. It's not going to sell any products for you or anything like that. And you can have somebody quickly make a logo on Fiverr or on Upwork, something like that. You don't have to give it all this thought. The next step is to understand search engine optimization. I can't overemphasize this because when I started, I had no clue what it was, didn't know what it was. This is the thing that gets your company in front of people when they type a search in that search bar. When people search on Google, they're going to type in a term, and that term is going to be run through Google, and Google's going to go out there and they're going to look for titles and descriptions that have that term in it on a web page. So you want to make sure that you optimize those titles and those descriptions on every single page on your site. And I've had people say, well, do I have to do SEO to every page, or can I just do it to the main pages? I say just do it to the pages that you want to come up in the search results. Because if you don't do it on all the pages won't come up, just the ones that you do it on. So it takes time, and you don't have to do it all in a day, right? You can do a little bit each day, and you can optimize each page. I just went through my jrfisher.com website recently, and it took me about a couple months, but each day I would grab a couple pages and I would do the titles and the descriptions and put the tags in there and do all that, and you know, over time I got it all done again. So this is something that's going to take time. You need to do this because that's the only way you're going to come up in the organic search results. Now there's a lot of ways to build your store. You can do WordPress, you can do Shopify. I kind of recommend using Kartra first, because now Kartra is not a website builder per se, but you can build pages there. And what you can do, and this is the smartest thing to do, is find a product, build a page, run some traffic to it, see if it sells. You don't want to get a product and then get 20 other products similar to it and build a big web page and find out that none of them sell. So what we do in Kartra is we put a product in Kartra, and we can build that sales page and see if it sells, and if it doesn't, we try another product, and once we have one that sells, then we can add related products and actually build a web page. But the best place to start that is in Kartra. I'm going to put a link in the description below. You can actually get a trial for $1 at Kartra, which is a pretty good deal, right? And it'll actually build your web pages, it'll do your memberships, it'll do your emails, it's just all kinds of stuff. If you just click in that link down there, there's a video you can watch. It'll explain all that to you. If you like it, which you'd be crazy not to like it, I mean, it's so good, you can get it for only $1. So I highly recommend that. The next thing you need to do is decide on your sales channels. What do I mean by a sales channel? Well, these are just places you're going to sell your product. You know, it could be, you know, maybe you're just selling them on eBay. Maybe you don't even have a web page. Maybe you want to make Kartra pages like what I just said, and you want to sell them there. Maybe you want to sell on Amazon. Maybe you want a WordPress website. Maybe you want Shopify. There's a lot of opportunities out there, but what you want to do is just hone in on a couple of them. And I really do recommend, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I do recommend Kartra, because that's an all-in-one platform, and you can, you know, test your products there, and you can do your emails, and you can build your sales pages all in one place. And that makes it so much easier, because I know when I started, I had to buy all these different softwares and try to integrate them and make them work, and it just didn't work as well. And finally, I mean, it's only been out for a couple of years at the time I've done this video, but finally there's a place where you can have all those softwares in one place, and that's what I recommend. Ideally, You'd want to have Kartra, but you also want to have a web page. You'd like to have your products on eBay. You'd like to have them on Amazon. You'd like to have them on Shopify, but you can't do it all in the beginning. But think of this on down the road. Don't just have a narrow focus onto one place to sell your products. Look at a whole bunch of possibilities, and that way you increase your sales. Now, the next thing you want to think about is preparing to launch. And if you've got physical products and you're going to have inventory, you want to make sure you got your shipping all set up. You want to make sure you got your credit card processing all set up. All these things need to be done before you actually launch your site. I had a client the other day, and she was really anxious to run Facebook ads, and I said, great, what are you going to run Facebook ads to? She hadn't set up a product that she actually wanted to run the Facebook ads to, but she was all hyped up on Facebook ads. So make sure you have all these things in line. Think of all the steps, and obviously credit card processing is one of them, and if you have physical products, shipping's one of them. Ideally in the beginning, if you can do drop shipping, it's better. You're not going to make the margins you'd make if you shipped them out yourself. However, it's a lot of work to do so, and if you don't have that in place, it's a lot to take on in the beginning. Now let's talk about something real quick, is KPI. These are your key performance indicators. What is a KPI? Well, a KPI is what you expect to get. So it may be, if I have 1,000 people visit my site, I expect to get 30 sales. If I run an ad and I spend, $10, I would expect to have a customer that spends $20. So decide what these KPIs are. Now these can change, okay? You may have them incorrect in the beginning. You may not know what your profit percentage is going to be. You may not know what your conversion rate is going to be. You may not know what your click-through rate is going to be. But up front, understand these indicators, because I didn't in the beginning. I didn't know what a KPI was, but in the beginning, if you understand all these things, you can start checking them early, and you can tweak them so that you get better results on all these different areas. Now what is post-launch? Well, you got all this stuff set up. Here's post-launch. You need to get a customer. You need to sell something, okay? So we want to concentrate on selling. Once we get the store set up, we got to get that first customer. We got to start getting data, and we got to figure out how we're going to do that. The next thing we got to do, we got to market our store and our products, and how are you going to go about doing that? I mean, that's super important. There's different ways to get traffic. You can buy traffic, you can do social media, you can do emails, and once again, emails, Kartra will do that for you. So you want to have maybe opt-in pages where people can opt in and get free downloads, and Kartra can do that. So I highly suggest you checking out Kartra. That link's below there. Check that out. I'm not beating a dead horse, and they didn't pay me to do this video, okay? That is my affiliate link, but they didn't pay me to do anything on this video. I just really like that software, and I think it'll help you out a lot, and if you get it and you get good results with it, you're gonna be happier with me, and that's what I want. Now if you're deciding to go the social media route, wow, there's a lot of opportunities. You can do Facebook posts, you can do Facebook ads, you can do Instagram posts, you can do Instagram ads, you can do Snapchat, there's just so many. You can do YouTube stuff. There's so many social media things out there right now. You've got Twitter accounts that you can go for. Try to pick the ones that you have used in the past and that you know the best, okay? So I'm not an Instagram user. I know it's a great platform, but I don't try to do anything on Instagram because it's just not my thing. I don't do it. I understand Facebook, I understand YouTube, and I tend to lean towards those areas there. So in the beginning, don't try to hit every social media area that you can. Hit the ones that you're currently using that you like, because you're going to be a lot more comfortable, and you're probably going to be a lot more successful with them. Okay, now that you've got those sales, what you want to do is optimize them. Now what do I mean by that? You need to A/B split test. So maybe you have two different sales pages that when somebody clicks, half of them go to one page and half go to the others. Now this sounds complicated, but it's really not, because all this is set up in Kartra, and you could click and duplicate a page instantly, change the title, change the video, whatever you want, and you can do A/B testing. This is really important because we want to get the maximum results out of the people that go to those pages. Okay guys, now starting off your web page and getting your first sales, that's the beginning. That's just the beginning. You need to use analytics. This is how you're going to make it in the e-commerce world. You got to use analytics. You can use Google Analytics. There's other softwares out there you can get, but the blueprint, this blueprint I've given you, is just the beginning. Knowing what's happening afterwards is what's important. How many people are going to your site? Where are these people coming from? What sources are working best for you? That's where the analytics come in. That's something you got to check every single day, especially if you're running ads. We run ads, and we want to go in there every day and see which audiences are working for us, which ones are not working, which ones are costing us more, which ones are getting us clicks, which ones are getting us sales. Because if you just let it go on its own, you won't know, and you won't make the right decisions. Now as you go through this process, understand that you don't know a lot of things right now, and here's the scary thing: you don't even know what you don't know, okay? And that's how I was. I didn't know what I didn't know, and and the way you find out more things, the way you learn more things, is you get in there and you try new things. And as you try new things, more and more things are going to be uncovered. I know every day I see something new and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that, or I didn't notice that. And you can do little things like you can make a sales page, or you can make an upsell page, and it can be wrong, and you don't know it's wrong because at the time you were focused on making that page. My wife and I looked at one of her pages the other night, and it was an upsell, and we didn't want them to know it was an upsell. We wanted them to watch the video, but at the top of the page we had put the price for the upsell, and as soon as they got to the page they could see we were trying to sell something. So that's not what we wanted. We wanted them to watch the video, and in the end of the video it had a product that we could actually sell them. So a lot of times you'll do these things, and if you don't analyze them, and analytics aren't just Google Analytics, they're your analytics. In other words, once you've done something and it's working or not working, look at it and try to figure out why. If something's not working in your funnel, if something's not working in your sales process, don't say, well, that thing doesn't work, because all things work. Your thing doesn't work. You know, there's some tweak you need to make. Maybe you need to change a title, you need to change what you said, you need to change a color, you need to change a price, but all things work online. You can sell anything online, but you've got to analyze, and that's not just, like I said, Google Analytics or these software analytics, but they're your analytics. You need to stop and look at things, because they can't measure that. All they do is measure what happened or what didn't happen. You have to look at it and see what needs to be changed. Okay, so I hope this blueprint helped you out. You've got all the steps now, you can get going. But here's the question of the day: what have you already done? What are you working on? Okay, what have you tried that worked or didn't work? Put all of that in the comments below. If you have a question about this video, please put it in the comments below. Don't forget to like it. There's a little like thing, the thumbs up. Like it, okay? And don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, join the Fisher family, join the VIP group. Fisher Family's 1, that's a subscribe button. But if you want to be a VIP, turn on that notification bell. All you gotta do is click it, click turn on all notifications. And my gift to you is the free e-commerce course. It's a $97 value. You can get it absolutely free. There's a link in the description below. Click it, get it, go and learn. I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.